Hey guys, Rochelle here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I'm going to be doing my wrap up of my February of 2025. And I am going to try to get through this as quickly as I can. I had a really great month. It started off really shaky, which I'm going to tell you about just briefly, but it ended really good. Very, very happy. So just right out of the gate, I want to talk about the movies that I watched, and I'm only going to talk about them briefly. We watched You're Cordially Invited, and that was with Reese Witherspoon and what is his name? Step Brothers. Anywho, I will insert a picture if I can. I thought it was really good. Was it stellar? No, but it was a fun movie. It was fun to watch. And I do love Reese Witherspoon a whole lot. I love her. Another thing that we watched was Flight Risk. And that had Mark Wahlberg and Michelle, I can't remember her last name. She was from Downton Abbey. And it had Topher Grace. I think that's how you say his name. From that 70s show. And gosh, man, it was an okay movie, but it was really hard for me to see Mark Wahlberg like that, or as my husband lovingly calls him, Marky Mark, because we're stuck in the 80s, right? Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. But anyways, it was a decent movie, but man, it was really hard for me to see him like that. Would I watch it again? No, absolutely not. So the series that we watched in February was Night Agent. We watched the second season of that. Loved it. Really love the show a lot. And that's on Netflix. We watched the second part of and the finale of the series Cobra Kai. And oh my gosh, I just love the whole Karate Kid stuff. I love it. I'm happy that there's a couple of movies coming in. Another series we watched was 0 Day, and that was with Robert De Niro. That was really good. Really enjoyed it. It's about like Robert De Niro joins a commission in order to figure out what happened. I mean, it was all at one time. It was like a cyber attack kind of thing. But I thought it was a really good movie. Series. Another series we watched was Before. I think that's the name of it. And it's with, we finished it. It was with Billy Crystal. He is a psychiatrist or child therapist, something along that lines. And a young boy who needed help, he took him on as his doctor. Well, come to find out, they have like a past life connection, and his late wife had a past life connection with this boy, and it was really causing a lot of issues that they needed to work through. And I thought it was just absolutely amazing, all the twists. I mean, they had several lives that they were intermingled together. It was so good. I loved it. But it was really kind of strange seeing Billy Crystal in a movie or a series like that. But I do love Billy Crystal also. So something else that we watched or are watching and love it so far. The only thing I don't like about it is I can't binge it because they only release it once a week, right? That drives me crazy. And I know I could wait, but I just can't wait. And it's 1923, which is one of the spin-offs from Yellowstone. So this is Yellowstone in the year 1923. And it's got Helen Mirren, and it's got Harrison Ford, and there's other actors in it also. So another series that we started, and we've only watched 2 or 3 episodes so far, but so far it's looking pretty good. And that's called Prime Target. And it has to do with like seeing these sequences, these number sequences. And he's a mathematician and like a math savant, really. And there's just like a cover up, and he starts seeing all these sequences in a temple that was uncovered in an explosion in another country. And there was a temple underneath of it that had a whole bunch of like patterns and writings on the wall. And it comes down to, I think, like the flower of life or something. It's really good so far. And of course, I'm watching Mayfair Witches. I love the Mayfair Witches. I did read probably about half of The Witching Hour by Anne Rice, which is what this is based on, but I just could not get through it. I could not. So she is, I can see why great series or movies are based off of her work, because she has so much, she gives so much detail for someone to write a good screenplay. But man, it's just too much detail. It's just monotonous. And I wasn't reading the book, I was listening to it, and I was like about, I don't know, 25, 26, 27 hours in on a 50-hour book. And it was just, it's just too much. Every little detail of every little conversation, I just can't, no, I don't need to know that much. So that was my movies and series. I am currently listening to, and I've got about 2 hours left of the second book in the Fourth Wing series, which is Iron Flame. I'm loving it so much. I did finish the first one, fourth wing, and oh my gosh, it's so good. She's a dragon rider, and she's like the underdog that is just really so friggin' good. I mean, it's just excellent. There's magic. They bond with their dragons, and it gives them certain abilities. And she's in a school. She's a cadet in a school, and she meets somebody, and oh, it's just really good. If you haven't read or listened to the series, I highly recommend it. As I said, I'm almost done. They are a little bit longer books. The first one, because I listen to them, it's easier for me to do that while I'm working on other projects, like crafting projects, or when I'm doing dishes or cooking dinner, doing whatever it is. It's easier for me to do. So I try to like utilize my time as best as I can, right? I'm a busy lady. So the first book, Fourth Wing, was like, I don't know, 22, 23 hours long. And the second book is like 27 hours, somewhere around there. So, like I said, I've only got about 2 hours left. It's so good. And then I'm getting ready to start the third one, which is Onyx something or other. I have it on my phone, which I'm recording with right now. So those were the books. So, let me just show you my journal right quick. Let me see. Okay. All right, so that was just my layout, because I switched, and I'm still reflecting on all that. That was my goddess for February, which is Nahalenia, and I got the Harmony card out of the Divine Feminine, Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. That's, I draw the cards every month. So those were mine, and I thought it was really good. So this is where, these are the weekly ones, and what I use the weekly ones for is, well, this month I was putting these, but I didn't keep up with it this month. And you know what? With it being February self-love, I didn't push myself. So I did what I could, and then I left the rest, aside. So, but I like being able to go back and look at what the day was. And these do blow up really big. I do these, which I started it earlier today and I've got to finish it. But putting in the new bunch of these for March, like through the 8th of March. I've got them coming sometime today into the page, or not the Patreon, the Discord. I put these in one of the channels on Discord for anybody that is in the group, that they can just grab themselves and put them in their planners if they want to keep track of what is actually in the sky. And mine include, you know, like the part of fortune. They include Hecate and Persephone and the different goddesses, and where Chiron's at, and where the galactic center is. I mean, you name it, and they're in there. So I do those, which I provide free for the people that are in there. And then it's really difficult for me in the very beginning setting up, because I'm so trying to wrap up everything from the end of the month and getting everything in, like my planners and wrapping everything up, that I'm a little bit slow to actually putting my stuff in. And I had a lot of stuff going on the beginning of February and in January with my health. And, you know, I mean, just to put it out there, I've already talked about it, but in January they found a lump in one of my breasts, and so I went back in February for another mammogram, second mammogram follow-up, and then because just to make sure that they seen what they seen, and they did, and I really did have something there. But it turned out after getting the mammogram or the ultrasound that it was a cyst. So, and there was no follow-up needed. It will probably dissolve itself or whatever, but she said, you know, no follow-up needed because I get a mammogram every year. So, and then also I had to get my, you know, other girly stuff at the beginning of the year. But all is good, okay? So, but it's still a stressful time. And then went to like a family get together kind of thing for my mom on her birthday, and that was wonderful. I don't want you guys reading my stuff. I'm just showing you briefly what I do. But so we went and visited with family that we haven't seen in, oh gosh, maybe 30 years for some of them. So it was really nice. It was nice getting together, and it was really wonderful. My mom really enjoyed herself, and that was the most important thing. And my mom turned 72. So that was really nice. So I do also have a Monday, a Tuesday, and a Friday practice, a Thursday practice also, but that doesn't really go into my book. It doesn't really go into my journal. It's just I pull a card and I do some workings at my Prosperity Altar on Thursdays. But Mondays is when I do my like my moon work, okay, which revolves around like the dark goddess, my dive into the dark goddess. And so I have been using the Cave of Sybil deck, which I'll pull out in a minute, and also the Ritual Tarot, both by T.R. May, as well as a book by Lennon Smith, Immaculate Immortality, Channeled Dark Feminine Poetry. It is just so good. I highly recommend for anybody that is doing any kind of dark goddess work. Check out Lennon's book, Immaculate Immortality. I got it off of Amazon. It really is very good. She is such a deep thinker, just really spiritual lady. And it has been part of my Monday, you know, moon day, dark goddess work that I do. So that has been really good. And then every Tuesday, I have been doing, well, I mean, I'm just going to show you this really quick and then I'll go over it. Some days I fill it in, other days I don't. It just depends on how busy I was, how preoccupied with other things, how far behind I felt on other things, you know. So, but I also give myself the grace to just do what I can and not worry about the rest, right? So that has been my journaling for the month. And that's my March starting. So I will say, okay, just trying to grab stuff. So I will say I have really enjoyed doing the Monday deep dives. They are definitely dark. Most definitely dark. But I feel like in order to really connect and embrace the goddess, that comes in all different forms, including the dark goddess, right? And I feel like with that comes like so much empowerment. So I have been using these two decks together and they have been so good. I mean, they really make you think. Really make you think. I think they look super cool together. It feels very dark. But then you add that on top of Lennon's book, which I'll pull one out really quick for you. I'll read something for you. This will be a message for you from the Dark Goddess. 1 second. All right, let's see. All right. Our Lady of Spiritual Depths. Deep depths drifter. Our Lady of Spiritual Depths. Hecate, Hecate, Hecate. Tramp, trek, traveler. Our Lady of Spiritual Abyss. Hecate, Hecate, Hecate. Ramble, rove, roamer. Our Lady of Spiritual Caves. Hecate, Hecate, Hecate. Ample, aimless anchor. Our Lady of Spiritual Hollows. Hecate, Hecate, Hecate. Flit, float, flow. Our Lady of Spiritual Chasms. Hecate, Hecate, Hecate. I love that, and you know what? 1 second. Right here sits my Hecate. I have really been connecting with Hecate, feeling her presence, as well as, it's like I always should have been connected with her. I mean, she's the one with the dogs and stuff, right? And the snakes, and those are some of the things that I have dreamt about for like ever, and I love my dogs so much. It's just, anyways, I just thought that was beautiful. So let me put this back regular. So I just wanted to talk briefly about the Monday work that I've been doing, and I'm loving it. So let me show you some more stuff. So 2 other decks that I have been working with in the month of February was the Seasons of the Witch Imbolg Oracle and my Wheel of the Year, you know, the Magic of Imbolg Oracle. I am almost done with the Beltane, but I did finish the Ostara, which I have a walkthrough coming very soon of that, and then all of the Wheel of the Year decks will be done from me. But I have been working with these in conjunction with each other, and they're just so good. I've been doing that every Tuesday, and I've got new lights, and I'm thinking that they're not really that bright. So, but these have just been working so beautifully together, and now I'm going to be starting, as of today, working with the Ostara Oracle and the Season of the Witch Ostara. which I'll show those in a second. But these have been wonderful. I've been working with these for the last 6 weeks or so, I would say. Every Tuesday, drawing a card from each. And they really, really not only look beautiful together, but they work really, really well in conjunction with each other. I am so happy that I have the whole set of these now, and soon I'll have the whole set of these. So each Sabbath I can work with the combination of the two together, and it almost feels like one is dark and one is light, or one is deeper and one is more affirmation-y. So it's a beautiful marriage between the two. And I have pretty much found that with all of them. Because I do find these much deeper, darker aspects of each of the Sabbaths. And I found these more like affirmation-y and, you know, let's get you going kind of thing. Let's do this. Here's an idea for you kind of thing. So that's another part of my practice that I've been doing every Tuesday, and I've just loved it. That's more my seasonal practice. I also did make all these bags, which I did show in a video, but I'll just show you again right quick. I think I'm going to put the SVG and PNG files over on my Ko-fi shop, so that for anybody that wants to make their own bags, they absolutely can. And I'll probably make a video also on how to, you know, use the Cricut, how to, I think that's it for the, yeah. But I did make other ones too, but they're all in that video showing it. I can't remember which video, but if I remember, I will link it down below. These are what I'm going to be working with starting today. As I said, I have a Tuesday seasonal practice every Tuesday. So I wanted to draw from the Ostara Oracle, from the Seasons of the Witch, and the Ostara Magic Oracle cards that I did, that I have available over on Make Playing Cards. These are in linen and Superior Smooth. Now, this one has been corrected. There are 4 people that have purchased this deck already before I've even shown a walkthrough or anything. Just from what they had seen on Make Playing Cards. So, if you see this video and you would like a corrected card sent out to you, please contact me at my email, which is down below. I had to do the same thing with the Yule because I didn't realize there was a duplicate. And this one, I didn't catch it. There's 65 cards in here, guys. It happens. But I didn't catch it. Gather spring herbs. Their magic can enhance your journey instead of is so many wondrous ways. It should be in, and it has been corrected. And the old listings have been taken down and the new listings brought up, which just burns my bottom because every time I have to make a mistake and fix the cards, it takes down all my previous sales, so it keeps me back in the pages. But I'm inching up there little by little, right? Which that says a lot because Make Playing Cards, people just kind of fall through the cracks because there is not like a good way of promoting a page. So the link is down below in the description for all of my decks, as well as a list in the description of all of the decks that I have done thus far, okay? But this has been corrected now. So just so you know, anyone purchasing this going forward in either of them, it's been corrected. If you have already purchased it and you would like a replacement card, email me and I will get some cards printed out the new ones and have them sent. Okay? But just to show you, this is so much lighter than that. One is darker, one is lighter, right? But I love them both. Because spring is like when the dark and the light are equal. The days and the nights are equal, right? So, it makes sense. I like working with them together. So, anyways, that starts today. I want to show you what else I've been working with. So, also, every Friday I do goddess work also. But it's more like, I feel like it's more the lighter side of the goddess, whereas Mondays is more like the darker, going deeper. Although I will say, this has been so completely impactful. I draw a card from one of these each Friday, as well as do some work at my goddess altar upstairs in my bedroom. And this one is very much closely associated with, oops, let me grab it here. The Gene Keys. Every time I say the Gene Keys, Antoinette is like Jinkies, as in like, who was it? Scooby-Doo, the Gene Keys, having the Gene Keys. It's the Gene Keys. But each one of these cards, because I have the big book for this, and the Gene Keys is also very closely related to like human design. It's almost like an extension of human design, as well as I believe all that is also based on, or has a fundamental basis in like the I Ching. So I'm finding it all extremely interesting. And well, that's not what one I had, but which one was it? Anyways, just to show you. So you have the gift, you have the shadow, you have the Sidai, and you have the programming partner. So the programming partner for integrity is farsightedness. And I had both of those. I find that so interesting. I had both of those in February. I first had the integrity and then the farsightedness. It was just so good. But they're also, see, the gift, the shadow, the Sidai, 14th. So you can get even deeper with all this and this. So that's what I've been digging into every Friday as part of my practice. Now that doesn't include the, like when I do moon work or the other practices that I've been doing every month, like the Seasons of the Witch, like the February self-love, like the digging into ancestry, digging into past life stuff. So that's all been besides, you know, those kind of things, and my astrology, moon work, and stuff like that. And if I just ever see something that I want to do a reading on, I do a reading. And sometimes I just don't record the readings. You know what I mean? It's just a quick reading. Sometimes I play with like the crime decks and stuff like that because I find that really fun. So other things that I got in February, I bought some bowls. I love these bowls so much. Look at how big they are. Because I like doing grids, but I also love just having crystals around me. So I bought 2 sets of these. There was 4 in a set. Beautiful wood. I love wood so much. It just feels so good. That's why I like even my room being orange, because it really complements the different darker woods. And I like more dark wood tones. And then, of course, the crystals. I've always been a huge crystal fan. I mean, it's more than just a fan. I mean, I just love crystals so much. But these, the small little sizes like these are perfect for grid working. And I love doing grids. So when not making grids, I love having just bowls of crystals around me. And so I got these crystals, which are aventurine. And I'm keeping them over here. And then let me show you what else I got. I got some dragon's blood. And I got this from Home Goods. It's just so beautiful. Just so, so beautiful. It's a little bit rough over here. I did get a sliver from it already, but so I got to be careful. But dragon's blood, beautiful. And then I got some more too. It's a cheap way. It was inexpensive. I think the bowl was maybe $5 or $6 from Home Goods. In the UK, I believe that's Home Sense. A sister, like store to TJ Maxx. And there's another one too. I can't remember, but so I got that one. I got this one. These are all amethyst. It just feels so good. I can just sit here and run my fingers through it. You know, oh my gosh. Inexpensive. I think, I mean, it is a little bit expensive. It's all in how you look at it. But I got 4 bowls for, I think, like $20, $22. But they're wood. They're beautifully handmade. And they are perfect size for one thing of crystals. And this is lapis lazuli or lazuli, however you want to pronounce it. I always call it lazuli. I like it. That's what I've always done. But I love it. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good in the hands. Perfect little sizes for doing perfect little grids, right? And then I got one more, which is rhodonite. I believe this one is, or rhodochrosite. I think this is rhodonite. Just beautiful, just beautiful. And then, of course, you guys already seen this one. Carnelian. Carnelian was like the first gemstone I ever fell in love with. And it's so much about like being grounded and creativity. And oh my goodness. Ooh, it feels so good. I'm sorry. I'm just like geeking out over here on crystals. But I am a lover of crystals. I'm sure you have gathered that by now. So I like keeping this stuff on my desk permanently. And I have them available at any time that I want to do crystal gridding, which I love doing. And I do have a video, which if I remember, I'll link it here. It's on how you can crystal grid and the ideas around crystal gridding and things that I have done that actually make them like a generator almost, where they continually regenerate themselves if you do it a certain way. So a book I got, because I've always been interested in learning palmistry, but I did end up getting a palm reading. I did an exchange with my sister because my sister is a very good palm reader. And she's been studying for at least a couple of years now, deep studying how to do palmistry. And she does it a lot different. I think she's taken what resonates with her from a couple of different systems and created her own system with it. And it's just a beautiful thing. And she did a beautiful reading for me. And I did a very in-depth one-on-one true sidereal astrology reading for her. And oh my gosh, it was so enriching. It was one of the most beautiful highlights that I had of February. And so I got this book and it's looking Really cool. It's got good illustrations, and it's got lots of just, I mean, it's a big book. It's definitely got tons of information to help you with like everything. But I think my sister also, if she hasn't, she might be going to be starting teaching, but you can go over to her channel, and she has lots of stuff on palmistry and how to read certain things in the hand and all that. Is super cool. But I highly recommend getting a palm reading from her. She does a beautiful job. So I will put a link down to her channel. Okay? Go check her out. So, the new decks that I got. Oh, 1 second. Actually, I wanted to show you the other decks that I also worked with in February, which was the Rooted Remembrance Tarot, which is just a stunning deck. It read so beautifully for me with self-love stuff this month. I just, like I said in those videos, it feels so ethereal. It feels so like portal. It feels like different dimensional, highly spiritual, just very what is the word I'm looking for? Very like Akashic. Very Akashic information right in this one. So I love working with this. Another one that I also got was recently was the Dreamgate Oracle. And I had seen this, and I still can't remember. I've seen it on a few different channels, because if you know me, you know that I don't watch just one walkthrough. I watch several walkthroughs in order to make up my mind whether or not it's something that I want. So, and it's not so much that I listen to how people use their decks, because I have a pretty good idea. I mean, I've been doing this for a while now. I'm sure most of you feel this way. Not that it's not nice when somebody talks about how they've worked with something, and how they've connected with it, but you know that you're not necessarily going to work with it the same way in your practice, right? So I like hearing it sometimes, but sometimes it's more just about, how does the book read? What kind of messages are there? What kind of artwork is it? Is it something that I think that I could see in my own practice, regardless of how somebody else works with it in theirs? And yes, I definitely seen a spot for this, and I watched several walkthroughs before I made my decision, but it's so beautiful. I couldn't resist it. So I had added this. It might have been in the end of January, though, because I'm almost positive I showed this. If I repeated it, my apologies. Sorry, not sorry, because I love the deck. It's gorgeous. But I also want to show now the decks that I did get in as well, for the month of February. So, as you've seen, I got the Rune Magic Oracle deck, and it is so gorgeous. You know, I'm not a fan of a tuck box. I'm not, but this presentation is gorgeous. And it's only a 24 card deck, right? So, and it is a high quality tuck box. So, and it's not stored by itself. It gets stored in here, which also means that there's not something that's constantly messing with like the edges and stuff and tearing it up. So, I do have another, I think a couple, but I do have specifically another Runes deck that I love. It's the Runes Odyssey deck. But sometimes it's difficult to see, and sometimes it's not, because of the way it's like a gold on a taupe color, right? Like a sandy colored card with like gold imprinting. So you have to sit there and go like this in order to see it. It's difficult on the eyes. This one, easy on the eyes. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. I love that it's got 3 keywords down below. So does the other one. But it's not colorful like this, right? It's just like, it's beautiful in its own right. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I adore that deck. But, oh my gosh. I am so picky when it comes to like runes decks and stuff. I've seen some, but some I'm just like, no. This one, I've even had some that I've passed along. But this one is just gorgeous. This is definitely staying with me. I am more, I do have runes around here, even runes that I've made, but I am more of a card slinger. I prefer to have cards rather than casting the runes. Maybe that's silly, but, or maybe that's not even using them in the right way. You know what I mean? I should probably make myself a real good runes cloth and then try casting them. But I am a card slinger, man. So I love that. The book is so good. And it's, look at that, full color pages. And it's matte, it's beautiful. The other side is, look at that. It's, oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. This one's coming out, the last that I knew, it's coming out in May for pre-order. But there's been other times that US Games has sent other stuff that it was supposed to be like a month later, and they released it a month earlier. So I would just say keep watching on it because it might be available before that. That's just the last I seen was May. So, and then the other one is the Cat Mythos. Oh my goodness. This is a cute little deck. And it goes so good with the Catacorn. The Catacorn Tarot. I was thinking, man, I don't know what, because I like pairing with Oracle, and I just didn't know. And then I got this, and I'm like, it is a perfect pairing. It is so cute. Oh my gosh. So that was another one that US Games sent to me. And you guys have already seen the walkthrough. I just did it a few days ago. I mean, just released it a few days ago. I did it before that. I do all of my videos. I mean, I might record 8 videos in a day, right? It's just you might not see it because of how I schedule them. Another deck that was sent to me. This, and I've already done the walkthrough. It's already uploaded. It's just, it hasn't gone live yet. Because I'm trying to make space for all the videos that I have coming. It's like a juggling game. But this was sent to me by Red Wheel Wiser. And it is Mushrooms, Daily Doses of Wisdom. And oh my gosh, this is such a pretty, pretty little deck. Look at that. And it's a new release. So pretty. And then all of the messages, which are little, I warn you. That's not too bad. They're not too bad. I was looking at that other one. Let me show you. That's really little, right? But that's not too bad. Beautiful. So these are wonderful. I might even actually pull these out and use these this month also for March. For like affirmation cards. Because we've got like, I will find a balance between letting go and hanging on. Wherever I am there. I accept that things I cannot control are out of my control. I have no way of knowing what I do not know. Forever is composed of all my nows. It is just a really cute, very highly functional deck. And so be expecting a wonderful walkthrough of that. And I do some really cool pairings with this as well. And this is a very inexpensive deck. I think it's like $12 or $13 maybe. So yeah, be watching for that. But I love it. So for Valentine's, I did end up getting the Stone Shadow and Shadow Oracle by Ray Serafina Barker. And I had talked about it when I was using the Rooted Remembrance, right? I want to show you guys that. Let me just show you some of these up close really quick. Embrace, Voyage, Strength, the space between us, the Shrouded One, Resonance. Oh, gosh. I'll put a link. If I remember, I'll put a link down below where you can get this. It's on Etsy. And oh my gosh, Vision. I loved this. I wanted it so bad. The hubby said, just do it. Seeing how what he actually got me for Valentine's Day, I really didn't want. So he took it back and we got this instead. And this was actually a little bit cheaper. Beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. Let me show you how it looks with the Rooted Remembrance. Also by Ray Serafina Barker. Look at that. 2 of Roots, 9 of Roots, Clearing. Hermit, 5 of Shadow with Gaze. Look at how beautiful these are together. 2 of Shadow, Spirit of Dreams, Fertile Shadow. Wow. Enchantment with the Devil and Spirit of Light. Ooh. Considering the Devil was really Lucifer, who was really like the bright one, right? The most beautiful. 5 of Light, 10 of Dreams with Reunion. Wow. Oh my goodness. Do you see why I wanted this Oracle so bad? 3 of Shadow, Student of Shadow with Shadowlands. Oh, can you get much better than that? Okay. I've got some other ones to show you. So another one that I got in February. And this one was really splurging because this one was very expensive. I got it off of Amazon. But I had been coveting this deck for, like a couple years, okay? And it is the Color Mage Oracle. Chromatic, Chroma Mystic. Yeah, it is so beautiful. And I love colors. And I love pairing them. I like Poison Ivy, Reactions and Deadly Sin, Grape, Intoxication and Stupor, Scarlet, Success and Fortune, Turquoise, Spiritual Empathy. I had forgot about it for a while. It had actually been on a list, on a tarot wish list for a while. So, another deck. This is the little version. It's the Chibi Tarot. So, because I did a video for the promo of this particular deck for Mustafa from Baroque Publishing, he sent me over an extra, because I also backed it. So he sent me over like the full package with the mini, and then I got the full size, and I got the bag, and I got the spread cloth. But for my new Patreon members, which I gotta get to that too, oh my gosh. Jeez, this is going forever. I love this deck. It is so stinking cute. The other one I have is in another area. It's still in its cellophane. And then the other one, I forgot to bring it down. It's upstairs, along with its bag and stuff. But I did release a full walkthrough for paid members of my Patreon, which I also started in February. And I mean, I literally started it like less than a week ago, actually the end of February. And I've already got a couple handfuls of people. I am so grateful. Thank you so much. But I am doing a giveaway for my paid members over at my Patreon for the full-size Chibi Tarot. So anyone can enter as long as you're a paid member. Well, everyone that is a paid member automatically is entered unless you don't want to be entered over in my Patreon. It's the full-size Chibi Tarot, and it's the cloth and the bag is all part of the giveaway. And I'll announce that the end of March, like March 31st. So, yeah, I started a Patreon. I already talked about that briefly also. But yes, I am so grateful for that space. I've already released like, I don't know, 7 videos or so. And it's just wonderful. I am grateful for that space. And I can really speak about taboo things that could get me censored over here, that I can talk about over there, and that I feel safe behind that paywall to talk about, as well as giving away secrets that I have learned on how to grow your channel. And I'm already seeing the results for some of the people that I've already told some of these things to, and it's really making a difference. So, but I haven't even gotten to the really good stuff yet. But I did want to mention a channel also is the Positive Energy with Crystals. Now, she has 69 videos so far, about 120 subscribers, and she has such cute material, and she talks about crystals. I mean, does it get much better? And she's so excited about her crystals and stuff like that. She doesn't have a big channel, so I really wanted to, at least once a month, when I do these wrap-ups, I want to call out and, you know, do a shout out for at least one other channel and send people over there. Please go and check out her channel. I will be putting a link down below for you to go and check out her channel and give her some YouTube loving, okay? But she talks about crystals. She just did one with crystals for supernatural characters. I don't think I've seen that yet. I think Summer was telling me about it, but I have to go see that. She just released that one like 7 days ago. Yeah. And protection crystals. I did see that one. She got some gorgeous crystals. I mean, she just gets some beautiful crystals and talks about them, and she does gridding and all that. She did crystals for Mysteries Incorporated gang. So Scooby-Dooby-Doo, right? So give her some loving if you could. I will leave a link down below. I did also want to mention that I did a live. I did put it in my community tab, but let me see if I can pull it up here. I did a live with the ladies of Consulting Crones in February also, and I loved it so much. I swear we could talk forever over there. We could talk forever over there.
The stream is
No. Yes, so I did a live with the ladies, and it was like 2.5 hours long. It was with Debbie from Debbie's Witchy Vlog and Miss Kulala, Carla, who's also my sister, from Miss Kulala's Mystical Musings. And they both are hosts of Consulting Crones. They are the ones that hosted the February Self-Love. They invited me over. We did some it was a lot of fun. I also want to mention that in February, the end of February, actually March 1st, but we were ending our month of Feb Self-Love. We had, sorry if you can hear my husband, he's screwing something in the other room, but we had a get-together for people that wanted to join in, and I think there was like maybe 10 of us there. It was just a wonderful chat. We chatted about so many things, and it was just like ending the February self-love work, and I enjoyed it. I always enjoy having actual conversations, not just videos and commenting, but actual like face-to-face conversations with people and really getting to know them and them really getting to know me. That doesn't ever air publicly, right? And that's what those things do. So I'm going to end it because I don't know how loud my husband's going to get in there. So thank you for spending this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. I've got a giveaway that I still have to do. So I will make sure that I do that as well before I end this up. Okay, so I am at my goddess altar. And sorry, there's not the best lighting here in my bedroom. But I have the entries ready. So let's just draw one. Let's see who it is. Woo! Debbie's Witchy Vlog. Debbie, you won, sweetheart. Congratulations. I have decided not to do a giveaway for this month because I'm doing one over in the Discord. Or not the Discord. Over in the Patreon. But I will pick it up again the following month. So thank you for spending this time with me. And I'm sending you love always.